Arsenal, at least until the end of this season. Houston succeeds George Graham, who was sacked yesterday and who is now considering legal action. Stuart Houston was brought to Arsenal by George Graham 8 years ago as reserve team coach. He's been Graham's right-hand man in recent times and was asked to take charge of the team for last night's game against Nottingham Forest at Highbury, a match which Arsenal won 1-0, their first home league win for 4 months. Houston emerged from talks today with chairman Peter Hill-Wood to announce that he'll carry on at least until the end of the season.
Well, it's a circumstance, an unfortunate circumstance in some ways, and another way it's you know, I've been inherited into the job very, very quickly. It was obviously a shock when it did happen yesterday, but I've got to get on with the job at the moment, and the job at the moment is to make sure that we prepare the players properly for Saturday.
If Houston does well, then he should be given the job on a more permanent basis. But bookmakers Ladbrokes have already produced a list as to who may ultimately take over. Southampton manager Alan Ball, a former Arsenal player, is the odds-on favourite. Houston is quoted at 2-1, with the former Arsenal captain David O'Leary at 4-1. Another former player, Liam Brady, is quoted at 12-1. The Arsenal fans have their own favourites.
Alan Ball, as long as he brings Matthew, that is, yeah.
I think if they leave Stuart Houston until the end of the season, see what happens. If he picks up the Cup Winners' Cup, give him a chance.
I think George Graham should go back.
What happens if he doesn't?
Well, I'll be annoyed, but I think that if he can't go back, David O'Leary.
George Graham was not at home today. He was talking to his solicitors. Legal experts believe he could win substantial damages.
You can either issue a writ and sue in the High Court, which will get a maximum amount of publicity if it goes all the way and is not settled, or he can go to an industrial tribunal which has less publicity but gives him an opportunity again of airing his grievance in the way that many other people have done in highly publicised circumstances recently.
The Football Association was refusing to make any comment today, though tomorrow afternoon the Premier League Commission looking into illegal payments into football will publicly reveal an interim report which will tell us more as to why George Graham was sacked. Well, another football manager's career looks to be over tonight. Southend have relieved Peter Taylor of his duties.
And then whether he gave it back or not, I think George had to go.
Did they make their decision later rather than sooner, do you think, Arsenal? They've known about this for a long time.
Well, they seem to have known, but I'm not aware of all the facts. It's really difficult to say. It seems strange that they've spent a lot of money in the process, and George has spent it, which obviously shows that they really trust his football judgment, quite rightly so. But it's difficult to know why now, and it also begs the question, would they have gone ahead and sacked him if they were at the top of the league?
Interesting. Is it your experience that this is rife in the game? People say so.
Well, we hear stories. I mean, I've been involved in transfer and never noticed it. I think players are generally unaware of it. There's been a hell of a lot of rumour. I think if George carries the can for everybody, and I'm sure not all managers are involved by a long way, but there's certainly other stories. There must be.
It would be unfair if he was...
It would be. I would think it would be hugely unfair.
Is there a way round this so that managers don't get involved in the financial of transfer dealing?
Well, I think there's got to be like a central holding place by maybe the FA or UEFA, and where all the money goes. If the two clubs have got to agree a fee, it's got to be made common knowledge to the FA and to UEFA exactly what that fee is. The money goes there, and then once you're in control of that situation, then it's very difficult for money perhaps to be siphoned off elsewhere. But and also, I suppose, there's the agent thing, that you've got somebody called Rune Hauge in this particular case, that it's acting for two parties. He's acting not only for the player concerned, but he's also acting for George Graham, which can't be right.
Yeah. Well, the three-man league commission go on with their inquiries apparently after the formal announcement of the George Graham affair tomorrow. Thank you very much, Gary, for them.
A proud club steeped in tradition. It's been an unbearable week for Arsenal Football Club in an embarrassing season. Herbert Chapman, the most successful manager until George Graham arrived, his last success to deliver the European Cup Winners' Cup.
Nixon. Straight to Smith.
George Graham, a double winner as a player at Arsenal, won 6 trophies in 9 years at Highbury, including 2 league titles and a unique league and FA Cup double in 1993. A glittering roll call in what until Tuesday had been a glittering career. But Paul Merson's drug addiction was the latest in a catalogue of off-the-field troubles during Graham's reign at Highbury, while his side's robust style didn't always please the critics.
You've got to make up your mind in football. If you're going to be entertainers, mid-table, bottom of the league, or whether you're going to sort of like get a team unit that's going to win things and hopefully entertain as well.
This year, while Arsenal and Graham awaited the outcome of the Premier League inquiry into the illegal payments affair, Graham's old club, Millwall, were ending Arsenal's interest in the FA Cup. Pressure piled upon pressure. On Tuesday, the end came. George Graham was sacked following the Premier League investigation.